So the first phylum is the Porifera, which includes the pore-bearing animals. That's why it is called as Porifera. They are most primitive and simplest type of metazoic animals. Metazoics are those which are multicellular animals, and they are commonly known as the sponges. Their general features are mostly marine, found attached to the rocks. Some are found in the fresh water also, like we learned the examples from NCERT. Then they are basically sedentary. Sedentary means they are fixed at the bottom of the water reservoirs, and they are found at the bottom attached to a particular fixed place, so they are immobile. This is an example, this phylum is an example of those animals which are immobile. They show radial symmetry and few of them are asymmetrical. The reason is they start branching and their branching is never symmetrical. So slowly they start losing their symmetry and they become asymmetrical in nature by maturity. Many are vase-like, cylindrical, others have branches which are irregular, and they are diploblastic with two germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm, separated by a acellular layer which is mesoglia. So there is no mesoderm here, mesoglia is there. Cellular level of organization is present in them, and cells are least coordinating and do not form tissue or do not form organs. Their body plan is cell aggregate. And there's a large cavity in them called as spongocoel, which is lined with collar cells, which we learned from NCERT are called as the choanocytes, and they are in contact with the external environment with the help of many holes which are called as ostia in the sides of the body, and osculum, the single large hole at the top. So water enters from ostia and goes out from the osculum. Now their body wall these animals are porous animals. Their pores are of two types, the inhalant pore, which are the ostia, and the exhalant pore called as the osculum. So water enters from ostia, many of them, and from a single osculum it will go outside. Wall consists of two layers of cells. Outer is called as the dermal layer, the pinacoderm. The inner layer is called as the gastral layer or choanoderm. Pinacoderm is made up of thin flat cells called the pinacocytes, and the oval cells called as the porocytes. So two types of cells will form the outer layer, and choanoderms will form the inner layer, which is made up of collar cells or choanocytes. In between them there is mesoglia, made up of amoeboidal cells called as amoebocytes, present in the jelly-like matrix. Now there are many types of amoeboidal cells in them. So the middle layer carry archaeocytes, which are supposed to give rise to other type of cells, because old cells will be taken over by these new cells. Trophocytes are those which provide food to developing cells. Thesiocytes store food. Gland cells secrete slimy substances. Choanocytes release the spongin fiber, the protein fiber. Sclerocytes form the spicules of calcium and silica. Mesocytes help in closing and opening of osculum. So osculum can easily be opened or closed. Then there are germ cells, which are sex cells, and they form sperms and ova. And then there are chromocytes, which provide color. These sponges are variously colored because of these cells. And phagocytes, which engulf the excreta and the damaged tissue. So these are the various types of cells found in their body. Now their skeleton is endoskeleton, made up of spicules of calcium or silica. They may also carry the proteinaceous spongin fibers in them. Digestive tract is absent because I just told you that they are filter feeders, so they depend upon intracellular digestion, and there is no digestive tract present in them. Circulatory system is absent, but the amoeboidal cells we just learned about, the amoeboidal cells, they provide food to the other cells. So they perform this activity of transferring things from one cell to the other cell, and their respiration occurs through the surface called as the through surface which is called as the cutaneous type of respiration. Their excretion occurs through diffusion through the body surface, and then they release ammonia, so they are ammonotelic. Nervous system is absent, sensory system is absent. Reproduction is both asexual as well as sexual. Asexual reproduction occurs by budding or gemmules, and sexual reproduction involves internal fertilization of ova and spermatozoa, that means female and male gametes. Most of them are hermaphrodites, and larval stage I just told from the NCERT. Larval stage is also present. So this is how various sponges look like, and this is their body wall. You can go through the diagram minutely. You will find various types of cells also I have labeled in the diagram. Now the next phylum is the Coelenterata. Now coelom stands for cavity, entron stands for the gut. So this cavity is not just for digestion, it is also for respiration. So also for circulation. So it is called as gastroenteron. And they are also called as nidaria because they carry these stinging cells. That's why they are called as nidaria. They are also called as sac-like animals because they carry only one hole. Body plan is a blind sac, so they have only one hole for entry and exit of food and the waste material. Their habitat is exclusively marine. Only Hydra is the one which is found in fresh water. Rest all of the members are marine water. They are free swimming. Some are sedentary or fixed in nature. They have radial symmetry and they are polymorphic with cylindrical forms called as polyp and the umbrella forms which are called as medusa. They are diploblastic with two germ layers, the ectoderm and endoderm, separated by mesoglia in this case also. They have tissue level of organization and they lack organs as well as these organ systems. They have blind sac type of body plan and their coelom is absent, so they are called as acoelomate.